to Queen's Claim Your Career Crown podcast. I'm your host, Lynn Whitbeck, the Joyful Sales Queen. And today I'm joined by our very wonderful guest, Monica Walls. And we're going to be talking about how Monica Walls left corporate life to launch an authentic beauty brand. Now, sometimes we feel trapped in a corporate role that can stall our creativity and keep our dreams on hold. In this episode, Monica shares how she broke free and took those very first steps to launch her purpose-driven beauty brand. With a deep-rooted passion for people, culture, and values, Monica has built a career dedicated to fostering meaningful human connections and championing purpose-driven initiatives. She's been driven by a desire to create something uniquely her own. Monica eventually transitioned from the corporate world to pursue an entrepreneurial path. Inspired by her Croatian ancestry and travels, she founded Keka's Usna. Did I get that right? Keka's Usna, a lip color collection that reflects her heritage and the diverse stories of the people she has met along the way. Unsatisfied with the limitations of existing lip products, some too sticky, others drying, she set out to develop a formula that is long-lasting, hydrating, and comfortable to wear. And each shade from Keka's Usna tells a story, celebrating individuality, connection, and authenticity while embodying the values that have guided Monica throughout her personal and professional life. Well, since I stumbled all the way through that the entire time, Monica, thank you so much for joining me and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having me.
Well, this is going to be it's very inspiring to me that you started your own company to manufacture a product that it's been something that has been a passion for you. So for everyone who hasn't heard, what inspired you to get started and to create your own unique brand, Keka's Usna, and leave your corporate career behind? And correct how I'm saying it so I can get it right.
No worries. So it's Keka's Usna, and it's a very personal brand for me. Keka was my nickname as a teenager, and Usna is Croatian for lip, and I'm Croatian. So that was on purpose to pay homage to my ancestry. It wasn't part of my grand plan. I loved what I was doing in the HR world, and I was taking a little bit of a break and doing some consulting, and a childhood friend reminded me that I had an idea for a lipstick in grad school and said to me, if you don't do this now, you will never do it. And I thought of all the reasons why I couldn't and didn't even know where to get started. I just had no clue. How am I going to do this? And then I thought, okay, so let's do this because, this person is probably right. If I don't do it now, I'll never do it. And then I just thought, okay, I'm not going to let fear stop me. Let's jump in both feet and just go for it. So I did.
Yeah. Well, that's so inspiring. I mean, just like you said, if not now, when? And then we put things off. That coulda, shoulda, woulda, right?
Correct.
So, what's the main problem you wanted to solve in that beauty space with your lip color collection?
I had some really great brands that I loved, but none that could do all the things that I wanted. My favorite long lasting would be drying, so I couldn't wear it 2 days in a row with all the travel that I do, so that didn't work for me. My favorite lip glosses, one of them looked fantastic, but it was sticky, so my hair would stick to it if it flew around. And then one of them was gone in like 10 minutes. I didn't want to have to reapply every 10 minutes, so I thought, okay, let me see if I can get a product that will do all the things, long lasting and hydrating, a glossy finish that's also not sticky and will last a little bit longer than, the 10 minutes. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, I have to say, how did you crack this code to create these products that are long lasting, hydrating, and comfortable? Where did you even start? What was sort of your approach and your process?
So, not me. I wish I could take the credit for that, but it's truly finding a chemist who gets it, right? Somebody who can listen, take in the feedback that I was giving and said, look, here's my favorite brands. This is all the stuff that they do brilliantly. This is what I'm missing. So, help me formulate something. I did learn a lot through this process. There's a lot of companies who can white label other people's and then it's all about marketing. And that's not what I wanted to do. This wasn't a project so that I could create a marketing plan and have fun with the brands that I loved. This was truly filling a need that I had and solving a problem for me and other women.
Yeah. I mean, I know that for myself, with you and I had talked about it. So I've gotten some of your products, which are amazing.
Thanks.
And I'm not wearing one today. So everybody who wants to know, I mean,
I am. I'm wearing
yeah,
mine.
but for years I had such a challenge because they would either bleed all over my face, so I looked like I had a clown face, and the same thing that like by the end of the day, it just
Mhm.
it was like, ooh, scary,
Yeah.
and I just sort of switched to not wearing them at all, not almost never doing lipstick, because that was the other thing, is that okay, you put it on, but then within an hour, you can't even tell that I'd worn it or it had already started to bleed, right? And
Mhm.
so I think that that's one of the things that I really love about your products, because it really is unique, and I love how you really went about manufacturing your own custom product. And so, I mean, I sort of talked about some of my challenges, but why do you think other, primarily women, but women and men, because men will wear lip products. I mean, it's such a challenge for so many people of being able to really step into, what makes them feel really good and works well.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, everyone has different challenges. So I'm one of those people who I need a lip liner. Otherwise, it's just going to bleed all over my face. It's just my skin. I think it depends if you have oily skin or dry skin or sensitive skin. And so for me, knowing that things would bleed like you, unless I had a lip liner, meant I needed a lip liner. Not wanting to have to be fussy about making sure that it matched means, okay, let's create a lipstick that's going to stay put with a matching liner, problem solved, right? And then thinking about, you want a glossy finish. Sometimes it feels a little more youthful, depending on your mood, or you just want to perk up just the feeling of it without adding it. There's so many times that I've gone, do I still have lipstick on? And then I look and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's still there. And so just knowing that is really, really good. And the way that I approached this was to solve problems that many different people had, because some people like a matte, some people like a gloss, some people want to be able to just put it on once and forget about it, and others want to be able to take it off and maybe put a different color for a different outfit or going out. And so it really gave me an opportunity to be more creative than I ever thought possible with lipstick.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things, is like you said, you could be wearing one thing during the day for work, and then you're going
Mhm.
to go out that evening and you want to do something different. So, I mean, I'm curious from your perspective. I mean, this was something that's been out there forever, has not been solved. So, why do you think this issue eh, has literally become a blind spot for other beauty brands?
I don't know. And I don't even know if I actually know how to answer that, because I did a lot of research before and I understand that there's so many brands out there, and there's some amazing brands and brands that I really liked and favorite ones that I had. And of course, since I've now developed my own or started my own business, I've not worn anybody else's but mine in the almost 2 years I've been in business, plus the several months of testing that happened before that. But I do think that we just kind of know what we or like what we know. It's that whole know, like, trust thing. So you find a brand and you get to know them and you like them and then you trust them. And I think sometimes we just accept what it is because it's good, right? There's nothing wrong with them. I just wanted something that was better for me. And I've just been really fortunate and really happy to figure out a way that it's better for other people as well.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I mean, the fact that you're really addressing the big problems with lip color, lip stain, the gloss. I mean, and the whole thing. You've got the whole
Mhm.
package. The liner with the matte with the gloss, so you can have different looks. And so I really appreciate that as well. You know,
Thank you.
but thinking about how you've built your business, and you did this from scratch, in
Mhm.
creating and formulating your own, product. Um, for those who are thinking, wow, yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, wow, that's a big leap. What's one simple first step that our listeners could take if they are looking to do creating their own product, physical product, or, they're facing a similar challenge
Mhm.
and they want to start a business with their own line of product or products and they're really wanting to improve what's on the marketplace. What's that first thing that you would recommend that they do?
For me, it was knowing what I was after. So I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted long lasting and hydrating. I wanted glossy and not sticky. So those things were really simple for me. And so there was just no negotiating on that part. So that was my Northern Star, if you will. And
Yeah.
that's what I drove toward. And then everything else comes into place, right? That was almost the easiest part because a chemist does that for you, right? I envy the people who can get all these essential oils and do all this fun stuff in their kitchen and come up with these great, face lotions right on their kitchen counter because they're smart enough to know how to do all that. And I just don't. So you hire people that can do the things that either you're not trained to do or that they can do better. And then you focus on the other parts of your business where you really put your handprint on it and your heart and your soul into it. So then it really feels like you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that came down to even picking your brand name, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And how you position that. But so you were
Yeah.
working with a pharmacist. Was it a pharmacist?
Chemist.
Chemist? Chemist.
Mhm.
Okay. And so then once you got the formula, I would assume that you had to do a bunch of testing. Can you walk us through like sort of how this evolved? Sort of give us that story?
Sure. So there's a whole bunch of testing that happens on their side, right? They do stabilization testing, they do things around temperature. But when I got my first batch of samples, they came right before the 4th of July.
Oh,
And I had some friends coming over. And so I said, everyone pick a color and a finish. This is what you're going to wear for the day. Let's see what it does. So everybody picked something different because I had multitude of colors and multitude of finishes. And we wanted to see what it did. We were in the pool. So you're in the water, you're in the sun, you're applying sunscreen, your face is going underneath, you're eating, you're drinking poolside. And we wanted to test it and see what would happen, how much transfer is coming on cups. So we had glass, we had metal, we had plastic, anything and everything you could think of, we were trying to play with to see how it would feel and to see how it would wear. So that was like my first kind of fun hands-on testing with my friends, if you will. And they were great troopers, just okay, I'm picking this color for the day. And so that was really good. And I do that with every single sample that comes now. I'll wear it for 3 to 5 days straight and make sure that I'm overhydrating and underhydrating and maybe taking it on and off to see if it dries out my lips at all and leaving it on all day without touching it to see if it feathers or goes, creeps outside of those lip lines. And I try to wear it when I'm traveling as well as, airplanes can be drying, you have all that recycled air. So I really kind of put it through the ringer myself in addition to all the tests that are done at the factory.
wow. I mean, that's a lot of um, l- you know, uh, activity around that. It also actually sounds like a lot of fun just doing it with the first products. What about the colors that you selected in your palette? Where was your inspiration to come up with that?
Yeah, I mean that was probably some of the most fun that I had because there were so many colors and I couldn't make everything right from the start. So I'm like, okay, so how do I choose these? And of course, you gravitate towards colors that you wear yourself, but that's not where all of your customers are. So you want to have a range. And so I just picked colors that I thought were maybe a little more common, saving the fun, super different for later. So currently, right now, I'm working on 2 new colors, which is really exciting. But looking at those colors, I wanted to see, how many different people with different skin tones in different age ranges could wear them. So feeling like, if there's a color that, oh, you're only going to see this predominantly on, kind of older teens or younger 20s versus a woman, in her 60s and 70s, you want to be able to hit the bulk. And so I really chose colors that I felt would kind of be not like a test of time, but almost something that you're going to see in the everyday world all the time. And then naming the colors was just super fun. So, how do I stand out? How do I do something that's different? So I chose a Croatian descriptor and an English name. So like my red is Krovišti, and Krovišti means rooftop, and all the rooftops in Croatia are that terracotta, so they look red. So super fun, again, creative side of myself that I never knew existed until I embarked on this journey. And it's really great. It's really lovely.
Yeah. So, I mean, where did you start with? How many colors and products, and where are you now 2 years later?
So I started with 5 colors that were available in both a matte and a gloss finish, as well as a clear gloss, which is just hydrating, adds a little bit of gloss to naked lips, or you can put it over anything. I myself wear my plum is what I typically wear on a daily basis. And I wear the matte because I don't want to put lipstick on again. And I will put a clear gloss over it. And I love the way that that feels. And that's actually what I'm wearing right now. And then fast forward a few months, maybe 7 or 8 months, if I'm thinking about it, I added 3 more colors and just in a gloss finish with those 3 colors. And they're kind of more in the pink. There's a raspberry, a blush, and a mauve. So kind of lighter spring colors, if you will. And I also added in a men's hydrating, it's not a lip balm, but it's just a hydrating, lip that you can put on. So it feels really, really good. So I currently have 8 colors, and 8 are available in gloss, 5 are available in matte, plus the clear and the unisex or men's hydrating as well.
Yeah. Well, and then you have the lip liners.
I do. So the lip liners come with the matte, so they come with the 5 colors in matte. I am looking at creating lip liners on their own as well, and I'm hoping to have that done soon. There's just so many things. I want to do everything. I want to do just the lip liners for the 3 colors that I don't have in matte. I want to do more colors. I want to do, some other finishes. So I'm trying to decide what is the next one for me. So I am playing with a couple of them right now.
Yeah.
So
But you've got
yesterday,
2 in the works right now.
correct. I have 2 in the works right now. Yesterday was a very different color. It's a really dark color, and I wore it all day yesterday and was at a networking meeting last night, and someone said, "Oh my gosh, I love that lipstick." I said, "Oh, good, because I'm testing it. Today is day 1." Okay. So. Really fun.
Oh my goodness. So that's great. So, Monica, this has been such a, I mean, really fascinating conversation about, your products and your journey, and also, that building it, creating it from scratch. Is there anything you wish that I had asked you that I have not, that you'd like to share about your journey?
Sure. One of the things I think I feel most proud of and most grateful for is that I've been really fortunate to have a solid group of people around me. As you're starting a business, it could be a little bit scary. There's so much you don't know. I thought to myself, oh, I can do this. I've worked for startup and growing companies in Silicon Valley. Yeah, not so much. There's so much I didn't know. So I'm really lucky to have a group of people around me, and I've been able to kind of create my own support village, if you will. People who fly to expos and work them with me in different states and give up their weekends, and people who come to do a pop-up, and people who fly down to be a part of a photo shoot. And my website and my socials are full of a lot of people that I know and I love, and people that are close to me, and it feels really special that I can share that with people who know me and know my intention and where I'm coming from. So I feel incredibly blessed that this is something I'm able to do with people that I know, like, and trust.
Yeah. Well, that's the best part.
It is
That's the best
absolutely
part.
100%.
Yeah. Well, Monica, thank you so much for sharing how Monica Walls left corporate life to launch an authentic beauty brand. I know that our audience is going to want to know more about you, about where they can connect with you, where they can get these amazing products.
Yes. So my website is probably the best place to find everything. And there's a contact form there. So if you want to get in contact with me directly, you can find me there. Of course, we're in all the socials, and you can find me on LinkedIn as well. But my website is probably the easiest way with the contact form, and you can check out all my colors too.
All right. Well, we are going to make sure that all of those links are a click below so that you can get access to them at Keka Usna?
Kekka's Usna.
I almost got it. .com. All right. Thank you so much, Monica. And for all of our listeners, thank you so much for joining us. And, if you love the show and this episode, we'd love to have you subscribe so you don't miss any of the episodes. And we are so glad and we appreciate you that you tuned in today, because this has been a really fascinating discussion about starting your own business based on a product. Very unique. And Monica, thank you again. I'm so glad you were here with me today.
Thank you so much. This has been amazing.